Welcome to beginning Selenium WebDriver testing in Python. My name is Andy Craze. I have over 7 years of software development experience in things like enterprise platforms, data engineering, and e-commerce. In many of these roles, I've used Python to create large-scale production services ranging from monolithic web applications all the way down to super small microservices. Additionally, I have first-hand experience with using Selenium WebDriver to create automated tests for many different projects. I wanted to give you a high-level overview of the things that you can expect to learn if you take this course. There are 5 sections, and we break things down and slowly introduce the many aspects of WebDriver over time. In Section 1, we'll give you a brief introduction to the Selenium suite of open-source automated testing tools, particularly WebDriver. At the end of this section, we'll make sure that you have WebDriver installed on your local machine. Additionally, at the end of Section 1, we'll also make our very first browser automation with a simple Python script. In Section 2, we'll focus on WebDriver's most basic functionality, things like attaching different browsers, retrieving a web page, and also performing basic actions on a web page. At the end of Section 2, we'll have the knowledge to create a simple script in Python that will let us automate a browser to do a simple Google search. In Section 3, we'll learn how to locate various web elements in the browser by implementing custom locators. These locators can be created as simple classes using Python. In Section 4, we'll start working on writing automated tests for a real-world application. We'll be testing logging in to an authentication system. Additionally, while testing our authentication system, we'll also take a look at using Python's unit test framework to create repeatable and reusable test scripts. And lastly, at the end of Section 5, you'll have the knowledge to automate just about anything you can think of in a web browser. There's a couple of main takeaways that I want you to have by taking this course. Firstly, I want you to be able to use Selenium WebDriver to directly start and control a browser for testing. I want you to be able to automate the native functionality of different web browsers using Python. Also, I want you to know that you have the option to save time testing using Python's unit test framework. Also, we'll be focusing on creating custom WebDriver locators using Python code. But primarily, the main takeaway is, I want you to go from testing apps in a time-consuming manner to testing them quickly using automated tests and Selenium WebDriver. So this all sounds great, but there are a couple of prerequisites that I'm going to assume that you have. First and foremost, I'm going to assume that you have a basic understanding of Python. You don't need to be the world's best Python programmer, but I want you to be comfortable with the syntax. Additionally, I'm going to assume that you have Python installed on your local machine. For this course, it doesn't matter if you have version 2 or version 3, you just have to have Python installed. Although, I will strongly urge you to move on to version 3 if you have not. Additionally, we're going to make sure that you have a basic understanding of object-oriented programming. We'll be creating numerous classes, and we might also see some inheritance as well. And lastly, I'm going to assume a basic understanding of the Unix command line. Again, you don't have to be the best Unix developer, although you do need to be comfortable navigating around the command line and executing scripts from there as well. If you're comfortable with all of these prerequisites, let's go ahead and get started.